let's talk about the ovens we have out there. We have gas and electric ovens. We also have convection ovens and conventional ovens. Gas ovens are powered by gas. You have to have a gas outlet to be able to buy and use a gas oven. Gas ovens tend to use more moisture and help foods cook in them retain more moisture. Electric ovens, on the other hand, have heating elements in them. They're usually at the bottom of the oven, and these heats up the oven, and it creates a drier heat than gas ovens do. Convection ovens and conventional ovens, what are the differences? The differences are in how heat is distributed. Convection ovens have a fan and an exhaust system that circulates heat around the oven, distributing heat evenly between the racks for even temperature. Conventional ovens, which are also known as traditional ovens, uses a heating element, again usually at the bottom of the oven, and that generates the heat to heat up the oven. Usually foods that are at the bottom rack closest to the element cook faster. So what are the advantages and disadvantages of using convection and conventional ovens? Convection ovens help you bake your foods evenly. Because heat is distributed evenly around the oven, your foods bake more evenly and they bake faster. Convection ovens also help you save more energy. With the distribution of heat inside the oven, prevents heat loss, which in turn helps you use less energy consumption. Disadvantages of using convection ovens. It is expensive. So that's usually a factor to determine if you decide to go with a convection oven. The risk of burning your foods is higher in a convection oven because foods cook faster in the oven. And also, because most recipes are tailored towards conventional ovens, you would need to adjust your cooking times with a convection ovens. No matter what kind of oven you decide to go with, you have to know your oven. Conventional ovens, on the other hand, they're the more traditional ovens we all know, and they're cheaper in cost. Disadvantages of the conventional oven include your foods bake unevenly. A lot of bakers complain about having cold spots in their ovens. Foods may also take longer to bake because now you only have the heating element trying to heat up the oven rather than having air circulating like in the convection. So foods bake slower than when you use a convection oven. And conventional ovens are less efficient. They use more energy. So in this kitchen, we'll be talking about an electric conventional oven. I'm going to show you some hacks on how I prepare my electric conventional oven to avoid cold spots in my oven. I'll also show you the little things you need to do to prepare your oven for baking. Let's get to it. Before I turn on my oven to preheat, the first thing I have done is to prepare my oven by placing 2 reflective pans. So I'm using 2 pizza pans at the bottom of my oven underneath the heating element. So this is the heating element that heats up the oven when I turn it on. And you can see how pans that are closest to the heating element will cook faster than pans that are on top. So to help my oven heat more evenly, I have placed 2 pizza pans at the very bottom of my heating element. So what does this do? As my oven heats up, the pans reflect the heat and more evenly heats up my oven. So another thing I have done is to place a thermometer in the oven. That is very important. I do not rely on the thermometer that comes with the oven because they are not usually accurate. So always place an oven thermometer inside your oven. And when you turn on your oven to preheat, do not place any pans in the oven until the thermometer reads the temperature you want. Do not rely on the temperature of the oven because it will beep first before the oven is hot enough. So now that my oven is ready, I can preheat the oven. I usually bake my cake pans at 350. Some people bake it lower. You decide what works for your recipe. So now I'm ready to preheat my oven, and I will not place any pans in this oven until that thermometer reads 350. So now the oven has been preheating for a few minutes now, and before I place anything in it, I'm going to check to make sure that the thermometer is reading 350. And right on the money. It is at 350.